Good morning, YouTube. All right. I normally wouldn't film this, but I wanted to film it for those of you who have never done van dwelling, van camping in the urban environment. But I wanted to show you what some of my mornings do look like, depending on where I park. Um, for this particular morning, I actually picked a really nice spot last night. It is a scenic, beautiful morning. This is what the window view looks like. It is one of those glamorous views where you have a really nice scene. I'm getting ready to go out and look at the birds, take you guys for a little walk, and see if we can't find any manatees or dolphins visiting. The interior of the van, of course, is all sealed up. I do have the fan running. That's that noise you're hearing. I'm going to shut it off right now. You can see there's somebody watching me, so they'll only see the light. We're at the Old Galley Pier. That truck right there with their lights on means they just saw me in here with my light on. But anyhow, I did fix my little clock and thermometer thingy here. It is currently 7:26 a.m. January 12th, Sunday. It is 81 degrees outside. Fan made it very nice in here. It's very nice and cool. And I had a fairly uneventful night. I think at about 3 a.m., somebody was fighting or screaming at the pier, though. I heard somebody yelling and cussing and stuff. So people come out here and they fish all night. You know, and sometimes they get drunk and sometimes they fight. But anyhow, we're going to try to get out. And this is what I do. Some of you were, wondering how you get in and out of the vehicle. Well, you could open the doors and get out. The front doors here. But I'm not going to. Usually what I do, I actually open this part. And the van needs to be cleaned up. It is kind of a mess. But you can see I have my shades up, which is a dead giveaway that somebody may be in it. But I actually crawl through. And this is how I do it. So I'm just showing you basically how my day functions. And now we are in the front cab area. And, I'm going to clean up the van here in a minute. But we're going to go for a little walk. Let me see if I can find my... See, it's kind of a mess in here. Things are jammed up. It's a minivan. And I have to get my little flip-flops here. Uh-oh, there's a ghost in the car. The TV turned on by itself. That's really weird. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if you heard that noise. There's a TV. I think there's a ghost in this van. That TV comes on by itself. You guys saw that, right? You didn't see it, but you heard it. I turned off the TV, but yeah, it came on all by itself. So at this point, what I'm going to do is get out and walk around a little bit, and just show you what it looks like outside with the pier. I'm going to take my handy dandy little clip here so we're going to mount this. This camera that I'm using is actually my old one. So the video quality looks different. It is because it is an older camera. But I'm going to show you guys exactly what things look like. Typically when I get up, I'll look for a bathroom or something. I know where the bathroom is here, but I don't need to go right now. I did use the bathroom in my little jug or whatever, because I typically can't make it through the night without having to go. But anyhow, this is what it looks like here at the pier. And, whenever given the opportunity, this is what I would rather do, is wake up. Look at that. The two birds there. Do you see them there? And the sun is coming up right over the, right there. Sun is up, actually. We missed the sunrise. Surprisingly, it's over to the far right instead of over there. So the sun's in a different position than what I'm used to seeing. But this is very serene. It is very scenic. It is the kind of place you want to wake up to if you happen to live in a van. This is a better view. and a better morning experience than most people who live in a sticks and bricks will encounter. But this is what I recommend trying to do if you're having to do this. You know, if you're having, even if it's not by choice, even if it's by circumstance where you're having to live out of a vehicle, try to find a spot like this. Try to find places where you can wake up and have the birds chirping and singing and manatees coming up to you. Well, I know if you're not in Florida, manatees coming up to you might not be possible, but almost anywhere you go, there is going to be nature. Try to find a place where you wake up and you can kind of hang out with nature, because that will give you a little bit of serenity and kind of calm your mind. But I do try to do this whenever possible. I try to pick spots that aren't too, maybe this way, I try to not pick Walmart parking. That's kind of an emergency situation, you know, unless you have no other choice. But if you can pick, especially if you're here in Florida, a lot of times you can actually camp right off the side of the road over there, off the causeway. If you're there for one night, the police will usually leave you alone. You know, at the worst, they'll usually knock and just tell you can't camp there that night. But for the most part, if you're there just one night, they're not going to say anything. Then you go to a different causeway or whatever. You see our friend here. Scared him off. Didn't mean to do that. But the water is really calm and clear tonight or today. So there's a possibility of manatees. Catching our manatees coming up. But that is our sunrise. There's a bird on that pole right there. And it is an absolutely stunning morning. Sunrise isn't as beautiful as normal, but still quite a view. There's that sunken boat from last night. It's been sitting here a while. Somebody lost their sailboat. Still has all their gear and supplies on it. So maybe they're hoping that the water will rise and then that boat will come back up. I don't know if the boat's leaking or not. You know, it is sideways, but it may be still watertight. Could just be that the water's too shallow to support the boat. So when another hurricane or whatever comes, the boat may float back up again, assuming it didn't develop a hole from sitting like that. But it looks like they still have all their gear. It doesn't, unless they abandoned it all just like that. I don't know. Usually when something gets abandoned, people pull out their stuff. You know, it looks kind of hollow and empty. That still looks like they have all their gear. And it's been sitting here for a while now. But water's not as clear as it could be. Although we can see, like, I don't know if you see the ring there. That little round circle right there. That ring is made by a fish. He comes in and he builds this little fortress. So when you see in the water all these little round things like that, I don't know if the camera's picking up or not, but I'm having a hard time with the glare. But there's our gorgeous sunrise. Looks like a sunset, but it is a sunrise. And you can see the people on the boat. This is what they wake up to. You know, some people go sailing around the world, and this is typical of their view. You know, I think that's why, in some ways, you know, people don't look at people on sailboats as being homeless, but people in vans as being homeless. Is that the people on sailboats, you know, they think you got to have money to have a sailboat, but once you're out there sailing and stuff, it's not. I don't think it's that expensive, other than maybe gas, you know. But usually, if you have a sailboat, you're running off the sail, which is free, and I think parking out here, like off this water, is free, but people don't hassle you as much, you know. So you can live fairly cheaply out of a boat, and you're not considered homeless. But in a van, you are, which to me makes no sense. Now, if you have an RV, they can still consider you homeless. If you're parked at an RV park, nobody considers you homeless. If you're parked at Walmart or even a place like this overnight, you might be considered homeless. RV, if it's a nice looking RV, you know, looks like you got money, they won't consider you homeless. But if you got an older model that's like kind of beat up like mine, it's borderline. I guess like when you answer the door, if they knock on it, how you look, you know, if you look somewhat presentable, they're less likely to treat you like you're homeless because you look like you could afford an attorney. take them to court, you know, if they do bad stuff to you. But if you're homeless, sometimes the cities behave very badly towards you because they know you can't fight them. You can see a lot of people are fishing out here. Cast net fishing as well as pole fishing. And there is, of course, all the seagulls and pelicans. So several boats. There's like 2, 3, 4 different sailboats off the river in this area today. I'm surprised there's so few. I suppose for winter, maybe a lot of the people in sailboat go even further south. They may go as far as the Key West or the Bahamas. But there's a bit of a fog. There's a slight fog this morning. You can see how the water almost acts like a mirror. If you look at the water, what you're seeing there is a reflection of the sky, the clouds above. Hear all the birds and all the sounds. So I think between yesterday's video and this morning's video, I've covered like pretty much a complete day of what it can be like. But you know, I had work, of course, yesterday. I got off work, but I woke up, went to work, and then kind of covered it since then. So you've been seeing this almost continual stream, even though I've had to stop doing the live stream because the quality was just so bad. So we're doing pre-recorded, so you're watching this after the fact. This might even be 1 or 2 days later that you're going to see this video, just because we're back to the upload delays. It takes time to upload. It takes time to process the videos. If you like the content on this channel and would like to support it, we do have a Patreon site. Make sure you click that Patreon link. Patreon support starts at $1 and up, but they all have the same access. And basically I use money generated from Patreon to pay for things like internet access and equipment upgrades and whatnot to try to help you guys see better videos. One of the things I'm trying to upgrade right now is my data capability for live streaming, because people obviously prefer live streams, but they've complained that when I do the live streams, the video quality is so bad. It's because the service I'm using is throttling me way down. The camera we're using that you're seeing are the same cameras, so the picture quality should be like this, but on the live stream with the data throttled down, it's becoming pixelated and not really watchable. So after reviewing how bad the live streams have been on this new service, I'm not doing live streams until I switch service, which means we're going to be behind. Look at the ducks here. Very serene. I think I may go ahead and just do another little video, just an ASMR video, and set the camera up and let you guys just watch it and enjoy without me talking. Where should we point it? We could point it at the ducks, or we can point it towards the sun. If we point it towards the sun, you're not going to see much but a silhouette and a sunken boat. I think we'll point it towards the ducks and the birds and whatnot, and just let the camera run for a bit. So until next time, everyone, take care, be safe. I hope that you take the time to enjoy nature wherever you are, and to appreciate the fact that you're still alive and able to appreciate things like nature. If you're in a cold environment, know that I am thinking of you. If you need assistance, please don't be afraid to ask. We'll see what we can do to help you on this end. Until next time, take care. God bless you all. Bye-bye now.